Of course, being backed up
moves
by
that he'll make.
Insanius Costa.
As you mentioned, they're not necessarily looking at the side lanes, but
keeping down bottom and a pretty potent lane right as well. Any sort of setups into the caps, a good angle for the spear could really mess with Miracle on the early levels.
Be able to turn up Go on a Miracle as well. Boxy's getting low, but he's got the stick charges. Never knocked back with the shield bash. Miracle does manage to get the two-man's chains, and that will get the kill. Tiger has got much more mana to play with. He has not, but he doesn't need it. One more right-click, Tiger takes the trade. As Miracle falls, Tiger will be able to start clarifying up. That's away. He's got tangos going as well. He can stick around, soak up some XP from the lane, on top of cleaning up that big old kill on the Ember.
Already being able to mess with quite on those early levels.
Yeah, the CS for all three cores of Nigma, just not on par with that of Liquid. Liquid have managed to secure these strong lanes.
Pops the Arctic
and they're not actually yet really no stacks or anything yet because they haven't been able to move from their lanes. So TA does not have any of those to back up to resort to. Clean start for Liquid. Even 3-3 kills, but clean at laning CS at the moment.
In the mid lane, nearly, well, it's over a half a level difference at the moment between Mickey and We Are.
Yep, and we do see Insania is stacking, and per usual, he's playing Coddle. I mean, it's Insania. He's he pushes GH up.
Very cute. Indeed, Miracle.
GH still wants to stay persistent with the movement towards mid. TP's over towards the tier 1 lanes in that mid lane. Top lane, Mind Control will be able to grab the rune from the river. Yeah, GH will be able to get the own there. So we'll be a 2 for 2 on the bounty rune trade here at 5 minutes in.
That top lane, we will see the pull being made. GH is around.
And they do have at least that one stack for Weeha. Yeah, GH just trying to keep tabs in that enemy jungle. Maybe even get a ward down. He does still have one. Insania will find him again. Almost pushes him back.
Obviously, as expected on the first few.
It's just got to be careful stepping close to these cliffs.
Against
the TS. He's going to try to keep tabs.
Where's the kills? Maybe
he's just going to get a ward down around here somewhere. Is what it seems to be. Then he will watch those stacks, which Weeha can at least walk in and take and contest as a Templar Assassin. Now has level 6-2 for traps.
They'll be sure to fight that sort of movement though. If We does try and make it aggressively into the jungle,
absolutely,
we'll definitely be in with a response in terms of protecting those stacks.
No problem at all.
Mickey is still for the all-in build though, for the moment. He's level 6 with 3-0-3, not having a point of tree dance to jump around, no ulti either.
He's going to be able to get the Jingu built up, and with a Boundless and a turnaround onto GH, they'll look towards the clock box, taking hits from the tower, trap slow onto Mickey. Still with a bit of lifesteal to rely on, they'll kill off GH. We are trying to stand his ground and finish up this kill onto Mickey. Tries to go for the dupe, but the melt hit will still connect. We are able to move in and take down Mickey. GH gives his life for a good trade for Nigma. Top lane, the dive in onto Mind Control from Quote from the bear will kill him off. No TP reaction for the responsive play. Miracle will able to turn that one around as Kuro couldn't quite make it before his offlaner fell.
Insania making sure to stay around the mid lane area after his Monkey King dies, just ensure that Weeha can let you just beat on the tower freely.
Bottom lane.
He has a haster and low mana.
Another setup, but the disruption into the spear, but Miracle's able to pop the guard in time. Turns with the sleight of fist, they'll take Tiger. He can maybe even look towards Boxy as well. He's going to have chains back up in a second. So he needs to be careful with the impact. He wasn't careful enough. He fell low enough. Boxy was able to snipe him with the spear.
And as you mentioned,
Miracle not quite expecting to be dropped that low from the resulting damage of the SD and then the nuke from the Mars spear. As Boxy claims an easy kill on the Ember.
Get away.
It's a high damage nuke. I've seen that happen at Kappa when I see Mars. Is that level 3 spear? Like, it's 250. It's not usually 225.
Miracle does
manage to get the
two-man's chains, and that will get the kill. Tiger, has he got much more mana to play with? He has not, but he doesn't need it.
Trying for the 3-man movement onto Mickey.
Tiger takes the trade.
Brought in by the Sinister Gaze. Kuro having enough lockdown.
Up and back away. He's got tangos going as well. He can stick around, soak up some XP from the
Liquid, unable to get in cleaning up time with the TPs to protect their core.
As Miracle continues to...
This is pretty huge. They're taking away these stacks from Liquid. Liquid want to do something to stop this. They're without their mid for 10 seconds. And Nigma, they look to be getting the lion's share off these three.
They're all coming. All 10 heroes are in their way.
They've got to try and fight this. Arena's down. They're looking for the lockdown onto Weeha. Get the protection out. They have got a Winter's Curse from Mind Control, buying some safety for Weeha. Finally, the arena will end. He'll try and leave, but the root is there on the first hit from Quake for spare. Liquid, they've got to get kills out of this. They lost a decent amount of stacks to this movement from Nigma. Can they claim kills in response? The spear won't quite match Miracle to the trees. Miracle will live. Mickey is able to clean up Kuro. Turn towards GH Tiger.
In that middle lane, top lane, Mind Control be able to grab the rune
should be fine here. Mickey turning back towards the river with that final jump as mind control. He's inside the pit, falls to another route from Quite for his Miracle, still trying to finish this, but Mickey, he's prepared with the build-up boundless strike, slams it down onto GH and onto Miracle. Liquid, they will be able to punish Nigma severely. Miracle with a buyback, jumps back in with the remnant that he had prepared. He's got one more remnant to play his way out of this.
Got to be careful stepping close to these cliffs.
No stun for 6 seconds. Miracle should be more than fine. Remnants out. In fact, he's still thinking about sticking around. He wants to go back in. Slight changes up in a second. Mickey jumps forward with the primal spring slow. Kuro buffing up Miracle with a frost shield. He can continue to push on this buyback. It could result in more, but the 3-man boundless strike turn things around with the blinding light. Insane knocks him back. Bo3's walking back over. No arena for 20 seconds. The spear connection, it connects onto WePlay. Locks him down to the tree. Bo3 trying to stay on top of Kuro, but Nigma maneuvering in a way that they cannot get to the supports. Liquid. Now, Tiger turns, poison onto Miracle. Mickey, he's trapped by the cogs. Nigma, they get another kill, and Tiger, he's dead as well. The buyback
get the Jingu built up with a balance to turn around onto GH. They'll look towards the clockwork. Taking hits from the tower, trap slow onto Mickey. Mickey still with a bit of life still to rely on. They'll kill off GH. We are trying to stand his ground and finish off this kill onto Mickey. Tries to go for the dupe, but the melt hit will still connect.
And they're going to play it safe as well. They'll lock down the bear with the Winter's Curse.
Gives his life for a good trade for Nigma. Top lane, and even get any of these some mind controls from Quite from the bear. Will kill him off.
Certainly
no TP reaction
back
quite in time. Ensure
another 2 kills go the way of Nigma.
Kuro couldn't quite make it before
settles. I think at the start of that fight, Miracle was, I'm not even kidding you, like between 1 and 5 experience from hitting level 6. Things that they get the kill, able to set up and make some fun plays around it to make it relatively even. That was like a 2-minute fight of them all just respawning and running into the jungle over and over.
Miracle's able to pop
the
getting surrounded. Turns with the slice fist, they'll take Tiger. Maybe even look towards Bo3 as well. He's going to have chains back up in the 2 sides. Less than a 1k gold difference. In fact, he wasn't careful enough.
This game,
he fell low enough. Bo3 was able to snipe him with the spear.
Even matching.
I think Miracle not quite expecting to be
ready to fight, they're ready to get involved.
Damage
this is what we like to see. This game, this is not going to be a game that's done and dusted in 20
an easy kill on the
This one it's going to go a much longer distance.
Yeah, it's just constant battling. Outposts came up, I think, at the end of all that too, and it looked like it was a 1-for-1, so we did have at least that trade. But yeah, just constant duking out, and I'm starting.
Trying for the 3-man movement onto Mickey. He'll turn. He gets brought in by the Sinister Gaze. Kuro having enough lockdown to ensure that there's no stun coming out. This time it was Liquid unable to get in time with the TPs to protect their core. This is pretty huge. Taking away these stacks from Liquid. Liquid want to do something to stop this. They're without their mid for 10 seconds. And Nigma, they look to be getting the lion's share of these creeps. They've got to try and fight this. Arena's down. They'll look for the lockdown onto WePlay, get the refraction out. They have got a Winter's Curse from Mind Control, buying some safety for WePlay. Finally, the arena will end. He'll try and leave, but the route, it's there on the first hit from Quite for spare. Liquid, they've got to get kills out of this. They lost a decent amount of stacks to this movement from Nigma. Can they claim kills in response? The spear won't quite latch Miracle to the tree as Miracle will live. Mickey is able to clean up Kuro. They'll turn towards GH. Tiger, no disruption for 12 seconds, so GH should be fine here. Mickey turning back towards the river with that final jump as mind control. He's inside the pit, falls to another route from Quite for his Miracle. Still trying to finish this, but Mickey, he's prepared with the build-up balance strike, slams it down onto GH and onto Miracle. Liquid, they will be able to punish Nigma severely. Miracle with the buyback, jumps back in with the remnant that he had prepared. He's got one more remnant to play his way out of this. He will get disrupted. Mickey, no stun for 6 seconds. Miracle should be more than fine. Remnant's out. In fact, he's still thinking about sticking around. He wants to go back in. Slight changes up in a second. Mickey jumps forward with the primal spring slow. Kuro buffing up Miracle with a frost shield. He can continue to push on. This buyback, it could result in more, but the 3-man boundless strike turns things around with the blinding light. Insane knocks him back, but he's walking back over. No arena for 20 seconds. The spirit connection, it connects onto WePlay, locks him down to the tree. Bo3 trying to stay on top of Kuro, but Nigma maneuvering in a way that they cannot get to the supports. Liquid out. Tiger turns, poison onto Miracle. Mickey, he's trapped by the cogs. Nigma, they get another kill, and Tiger, he's dead as well. The buyback working out perfectly. Miracle's not even done. Another remnant back as he gets knocked back by Bo3's spear. Liquid will keep the rest of them safe. Quaitfer, one route onto Kuro will grant them the kill onto the Lich. See if he can find it. Not there. And they're going to play it safe as well. They'll lock down the bear with the Winter's Curse, make sure that Liquid cannot strike back and even get any of these support kills. As all in all, the buyback from Miracle certainly paying off. He's able to get back in and ensure another 2 kills go the way of Nigma.
Don't mind her.
action just non-stop in this game. 12, 11 between the two sides, less than a 1k gold difference, and without a doubt, it's just on a much more even matching. You know, both teams can play at this pace. They're ready to fight. They're ready to get involved. You know, this is what we like to see. This game, this is not going to be a game that's done and dusted in 20 minutes. This one is going to go a much longer distance. Yeah. It's like we've got 10 position 5s in the game. No, in previous patches, that's the amount that they'd have. Yeah. No, it's just, you know, Gaben takes some money in real life, and now he's taking in the game as well. You know, when will it stop? Top lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, Insania. Oh, he's hiding. GH has got a hook shot. He's trying to get in, but he can't get past the bear. Quoifer's going to push it back with a fear. Where's the root? There it is. First hit onto GH. GH tries to reach out for some sort of safety with the hook shot, but he won't find the connection. Quoifer staying on top of them. The spear's out. GH doesn't get clipped to the tree, and he is protected by the frost shield. They're still trying to chase him down. Kuro, he's not quite 6 yet, so no chain frost available to turn and fight back with. His GH will just try and draw them away from the rest of his team as he slowly gets finished off. Kuro, he'll go as well. Mickey slams him out with a boundless strike. They get 2 kills, Liquid, there for Nigma diving in as they were. But Nigma, their focus is on this tier 1 tower top, and maybe even onto Tiger behind this tower as Mind Control reaches in. He's getting a fair few stacks up onto Mind Control. He's messing around with him pretty darn well. The Cold Embrace will heal Mind Control up for now, but the spear snipe from Bo3 comes into play. The arena's up for Miracle. He says, nice arena, and with a Remnant now he's there, but they were prepared for this. Liquid, they ripped the positioning. They were there at the Remnant, but Kuro and GH, they're in to protect him. Ignis Fatuus laid down by Insania, bringing back the 2 supports. And Mink, he's in on the backline. It's not quite enough damage to kill off Miracle, though. Miracle will stay alive. There'll be a buyback from Kuroki as Nigma. They want to keep this fight going. GH trying to run in. Again, Quoifer hits the root. Jump forward from Weeha. He has the blink complete. They want to kill off this bear, kill it off fast, but Quoifer pops the fit, pushes back the TA. They lock down the bear with the curse. They want this bear dead and gone. And with the trap prepared underneath the feet of Quoifer, they can step over and moves onto the lone druid himself. Slight change comes in. Quoifer will be left behind. The rest of Liquid desperately trying to scarp her, but Weeha with this blink dagger pickup, he can chase up for more, gets the double kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they're coming over. There's a TP in from Tiger. No arena for 15 seconds. Roche falling fast, as you say, and GH is already there on the high ground, ready to look out for these sort of plays that Tiger's going to make. Tiger traps in the cogs. They'll be able to hold him back. Leap Weeha in the pit in an attempt to finish it. Mickey's coming in close. This low. Is he going to get in the pit in time? Weeha's getting bashed up. They need to send someone in there, but they're not going to do so in time. Nigma's able to finish it off, get the Aegis on Weeha. Insania knocks back GH with the blinding light, but Weeha's in with the follow-up. Jumps in with a blink. The rocket will scout out Mickey. They're hunting. Jump forward with the Remnant to clear the trees, but Mickey's already out of them. They're looking for this kill onto the Monkey King, but Mickey, he actually just turns, boundless strike out, he just kills Miracle in front of the rest of his teammates with the Wukong's command down. GH, he's also got to be careful. They'll throw out the chain fall, jump fall from Weeha. Mickey tries his best to dodge it. Mickey, he's still alive here, but finally falls. It's cost Weeha his positioning, though. Weeha's in deep. We'll see if Bo3 can take the Aegis out of the hands of the TA as Weeha. He hides with the meld. Bo3, he doesn't have detection available on him, so Weeha won't even fall the once. The Aegis still protected. Mind Control trying to turn with the curse to buy him time to TP out. He'll go TP. Quoifer's out of range of it with the real hero, but he doesn't have the damage to kill Mind Control before he TP's out. Oh, he will not. They have the disruption. GH will tick down to the damage from that Purge of Tiger. So, again, the action just non-stop here in this game 3. 15 minutes in, 17 to 19. That's just how we love it. Oh, DD denied. Sania. Yep, you deny my DD, I'll deny your life. Or Willie, the destruction. Insania's going to live. He's able to turn with the Ignis Fighters. It's another beautiful bait from Insania. We saw this in game 1. He's doing it again here in game 3. He just baited WeRN, who loses the Aegis. And Liquid, they're ready to go for round 2 on the TA. Can Nigma protect him? Liquid is still a little hesitant on how they commit. They know there's going to be backup for WeRN, but there isn't enough. Kuro alone, he cannot do what it takes to keep WeRN alive. That's Aegis and the TA's life gone in a flash.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling.
My Control's got the setup as well. They have got the Curse and the Chain Frost. They want to try and go for kills. They've just focused the Bear. Koifa's going to have to leave that one behind. GH staying on top of Bo3. Bo3 drops the arena. He misses the spear though, so GH is still able to close the gap, lock him in the cogs. Bo3's trying to run. I don't know if there's going to be any escape from these two though. GH will continue the chase. Kuro's soon to be able to get in range for a Chain Frost. Bo3 has no TP for 30 seconds, so all he can do is try and make them run as long as he can make them. Oh, but the Jukes. It's gonna take them a while to kill him. Yep, push back with the spear. Yeah, Bo3, he's making space. I mean, can they actually kill him? They should be. GH is gonna have hook shot in 10 mana. He's got TP back up. If he can find some way to make sure that there's no TP cancel between the two of them, he could get out of here. And he has. The pushback with the spear. It wasn't enough though. GH did just have enough mana for the hook shot. Cancels the TP. It's, you know, nice try from Bo3. He certainly made them work for it. Made some space for the rest of his boys. Mikkei's in the jungle, finishing off his Echo Saber. And of course, Koifa working towards the Desolator. First Mithril Hammer done. Once he's got the Deso on top of the Mask of Madness, this bear will start to rip through towers and objectives. And finally, Liquid's going to be able to get out on the map and take some tier 1s for themselves. Now looking at he's still very much in a great position to hit these excellent timings on the Blink Deso, just 1,400 gold away, and that Blink Deso will be complete, and that really is when the TA just is in our element. Any opportunity to jump in on top of a support, 2 hits, maybe even 1 hit, and the support's gone. Nigma can try and start these fights with a numbers advantage if WeHeart's able to find those backlines.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. They're out. WeHeart. It's going to be the focus. If Tiger can find the setup. I don't know if WeHeart's getting out of this one. The spear comes in perfectly into the Demonic Purge in the Boundless Strike. WeHeart is dead, too far away from the rest of his teammates. GH tried to come in and help, but the arena's dropped down. They'll use the curse onto Mikkei, but nobody else is in range of it at all. So Mikkei, he's not going to take any damage at all. GH will be left behind as Liquid, they're able to push Nigma out from trying to greedily farm over in this area of the map that Liquid do have well warded and protected.
Dire are scanning.
TPs are instantly coming in though. He gets the ult off, so this tankiness has increased tenfold. Do they have the damage to kill him? He's ticking down low, but protection will be there. Tiger's in, has a disruption ready for the defensive player, or even for the aggressive. He can find some sort of setup. Mind control will be feared by Koifa as Bo3 and the bear chase down the Wyvern. Another route into the crash. Mind control dies. Liquid now getting ahead in terms of these kills. Every single time, Nigma, they're trying to play out a little too broken up, and Liquid are responding. They're getting these pickoffs, and they're now starting to create quite an advantage. A 3k jump up in a game that up until now has been pretty static. It's been very close. Liquid are certainly, they're going to be hitting these timings a little quicker than the Nigmas, for instance. Now, WeHeart, after that death, he's back on track for just trying to finish off his Mithril Hammer. At this rate, Koifa, he's probably going to have his own Deso done on the Lone Druid before the TA has hers.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Double damage empowers me.
Blessings.
It is. No, it absolutely is. With the ways that numbers have been changed and gold available on the map, because so the overall increase in terms of just value of the game is much slower. The difference is you have, it's really amplified. This 4K is sort of, a patch or two ago, this maybe would have been, I don't know, like even maybe double that in terms of a net worth advantage, especially in a game with this many sort of kills.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Here's here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
So able to take down tier 2 on his own. They let that one go, and that will give the Deso done. Both teams now with Deso's online. Weeha has his on his way, and Quaifer's done his on the.
Radiant.
So these fights definitely feeling more difficult for Nigma, as you say, in the sense that for them the pressure is much higher on less heroes. It's on these 2 heroes. It's on both Weeha and Miracle to make the plays happen, whereas with Liquid they just have so many more outs and ways they can successfully win a team fight. Again, Weeha.
Illusion.
Yep. A bit of a movement onto the illusion.
Oh, snap!
It's Nigma. Are prepared, obviously, with that reveal from Liquid. Nigma keeping themselves closed up together around mid. Mind Control finally having that Mask of Madness done, but absolutely not a time that he's going to be writing home. About 22 minutes, and it's been a slow game for the offlane Wyvern. Wants to start something here. Bo3 is just immediately going to go for the TP out, but they've got TP capped. Bringing him in with the Sinister Gaze. Bo3 will fall, and a significant part of the team fight of Liquid taken away. So Nigma, they can resume business and push down another lane, take another tier 2. As they do continue to eat up so much more of the map than Liquid's been able to do so themselves. Liquid's still only taking 1 tier 1 tower so far this game, whereas they themselves have lost multiple tier 1s and tier 2s to the pressure of Nigma. I should be able to kill this with Weeha's damage, unless Quaifer can do some amazing jukes. They've got the chains. This fair will fall. There's a bit more money into the pockets of Nigma. Miracle will be the one to claim that tasty plus 300. That plus 300 going immediately into the funds for the Mithril Hammer, as that will get him the Maelstrom complete.
Boom! There it goes!
Dire are scanning.
Shrimp for Miracle, lead in from GH with a hook shot straight away onto Tiger. The Splinter Blast as well, bringing Tiger low, jump forward, attempted with the Remnants. The Arena's out, tries for the spear, but the Winter's Curse interrupts it all. Holds back Bo3, the Chain Frost out between Bo3 and the Bear. He's falling low on the Mars. They do kill off the supports, now they'll turn towards the core. Fear will push back Kuro. Cold Embrace offers him protection. Weeha ready to move forward and look for these kills. They're on to Quaifer's Bear. This is a resummon. If they kill this off, that's no Bear for a full minute. Back in with the Remnants. Miracle looks towards the hero, chasing down Quaifer. The Bear will fall. Quaifer without a summon for a full minute now, as the lone Druid will get isolated. They've got to keep Quaifer alive. He's trying for the setup with his Wukongs, does manage to lock down Mind Control in the middle of the ult. The rest of Nigma's cores, though, can step away to safety.
Excellent.
Rock it on!
And they should be able to do it easily here. We are getting the meld hit stacked up. This Roche will melt very quickly. Liquid would have to make an incredibly fast move to be able to challenge this. And yeah, there's no way they can close across after this area of the map within the time that would be required. As this Roche is going to be dead and gone. Aegis into the hands of whether it be Weeha or Miracle. I imagine you do want to still give it to the TA. This is the real powerhouse of a hero you have right now. Weeha Blink Deso. This is time for him to just commit onto the backliners, and before he loses that Aegis each fight, he should have a good solid opportunity of easily bringing down at least 2 of the squishy on Liquid's backlines.
Flares here.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oracle's looking mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Incoming.
This would be a hard fight for Liquid to receive.
Dire's bottom tower
Going through their cores twice, it's not going to be something easy, especially if they have to expend their ults to be able to do it the once in the team fights. As Nigma, they're being respected, they're getting the space. Another tier 2's down now, removing all outer towers from Liquid's map. Amongst this chaos, this sort of 22 to 25 game of 27 minutes in, Weeha has been able to keep those timings solid.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Really leaving Liquid no chances of getting any sort of split push going. Just forcing Liquid to be held right in the base.
Do it with flair.
The high ground defense, this is going to be where it's, Liquid are going to have to try and find some sort of big play, punish some sort of overcommitment. It's going to almost certainly fall the once, and he will do so. Curse also being used quite early this fight. Only onto the bench, and now no Curse to rely on. In he comes for a second time, and he'll get the BKB up, but he's being bashed. He's straight up dead. Dead for 70 seconds. Now they turn towards Kura. The Ignis fired us out as well, bringing in mind controls. Wyvern Kura knocked back into it. Attempts for a TP out that's immediately shut down. Liquid will hold as Nigma, they're led into a bad attempt at pushing high ground. We are feeling too overconfident. Gets taken down immediately twice. Aegis and his second life wiped out of the game immediately, and that will hurt them. With 3 heroes out, Liquid, they're free to push back. And in a game where Liquid as a team, they actually have the advantage, there's still a lot of potential gold on the map for them to clean up. They start getting these towers, this lead from Liquid is going to massively amp up, and taking towers, they can certainly do. With this Deso build on the bear, Koifa, he just tears through objectives when he gets the opportunity to get out of the map.
Never refuse gold given.
Yes, sir.
It's one of those lineups that you're pushing into as Nigma that has a million ways to catch you after the Aegis goes, instantly with fears, with Ignis Varduses, with spears, lots of ways to get on top of the hero when they respawn. Outside of the base, Nigma will catch Boxy and Insania. As they will manage to reinforce the advantage that they have. You know, again, this Ember-TA combo, it's still very much their time here at 30 minutes in, where these heroes are in the element. They've just got to be a little more cautious with the high ground push.
Do it with flair.
Never better shot this time. Shot into the back lines. GH, she's found Quoifer. Tries to separate the lone druid from his bear. The cold embrace keeping Kuro alive. They'll turn. The bear's dead. Instant resummon from Quoifer. BKB popped by Weeha. They'll use the Hunter's Curse to just hold Mickey back, allow them time to reset and consider how they want to continue this fight. They don't have Kuro, so being outnumbered, they want to back away from this all. The trap slow will stop Liquid from being able to chase the members of Nigma. Bo3's trying his best to get a Yule set up onto Miracle. See if he can quite close the gap. It's a bit of a bait though. They've got good wall vision here. Nigma's setting up for the turnaround. Bo3, he'll get the arena off, but he's surrounded by the three of them. Tiger goes to the Demonic Purge onto Miracle. Miracle is BKB back up. He pops it, looking to commit onto Bo3, staying on top here of this Mars. A defensive disruption from Tiger buys him a little more time. The bash is there for Bear. Miracle's going to die. The Splinter Blast will fly over the Bo3, but it's not enough damage. Bo3's going to live. And now Nigma, they've got to try and get out of it. Weeha goes for the TP, but the bash is there. Weeha, he's dead once more. It's another failed push attempt from Nigma. This time not only costing them Weeha, but Miracle's life as well.
Like a deep in the sacred rules.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
GH. Again, the curse just having to be used to ensure that they can get heroes out of there alive. The timings continue to be hit. Mickey, next item up on the shopping list will be the Skadi for the Monkey King. Of course, an item that has been severely buffed in the last patch.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I guess Cold Embrace ain't going to do quite as much, right? Not that it was doing too much anyway, you know, it's not really a game where you Cold Embrace someone you're like, right, that hero's going to live. Normally they end up dying as soon as the Embrace ends. Oh yeah, you get it on everybody, you know what I mean? You get it on. Yeah. And very nice to play against into lineups that do rely so heavily on a ranged hero, right, to do the damage. You know, this TA is going to get heavily hindered by the Skadi in these fights.
Players here. Invisibility.
And I think one of the big offsets sort of in the fights at the moment is the fact that you look at sort of the two offlaners. Sure, there's not a lot of gold in it between Bo3 and Mind Control, but it just feels like Bo3 on the Mars is able to have so much more impact than Mind Control can have with the Wyvern in these fights. Well, he's got Quiver. That's a nice one. Ensures an easy first hit with the Arctic Burn towards mid. Pro is found out as Liquid certainly starting to feel a lot more stronger with their lineup now that they're getting these huge items online. That Skadi done on Mickey. They're hunting, jumping across the trees, seeing who they can find. They're looking towards GH. Mickey's in with the setup. GH being slowed down. Mind Control. He's got another curse again. Just trying to save his poor old support Clockwork. It does bring it low. Won't quite be able to finish it off. As the Bears find rushes up. And Liquid, they're going to look to move immediately into it. I mean, GH could I think this is all on GH going for a hookshot steal, if anything, here. They don't have Winter's Curse. Oh. And they are respecting the respawn from Kuro. He's got his Chain Frost. They know that the ults are there, but Kuro actually walks in to Liquid, who are immediately there waiting to move on to the high ground. The arena's down, looking at both Miracle and Mitron. Miracle pops the BKB as well as we are. They're trying to focus down Mickey. Mickey, can they keep Monkey King alive? Tiger can. The disruption comes into play. Mickey will live for now, finally falls. They get the big kill, knocking Mickey out of the game. Bo3 turns with a spear, pushing Weehart down to the river. They'll kill off the Ember Spirit, so 1-for-1 at the moment. Weehart still good to fight. That refraction back up, jumps over the wall with Bo3. Bo3's trying to back out of this, but he cannot escape. Nigma come out on top with the 2 kills. Buyback from Miracle committed. As Nigma know, if they can move in, take this Roche, it's very hard for Liquid to do anything about it. Without their 2 cores, Bo3 and Mickey gone, this Aegis Cheese and of course the Aghanim Scepter will fall into the hands of Nigma. And I think...
Your song has fallen to the radiant. Immortality.
Yep. And that buyback, you know, from Miracle, you know what he's thinking about. He was just thinking about getting his hands on that Aghanims because, I mean, he has it. They get the Roche, of course. He's going to be the one to take that Aghanim's blessing. And, I mean, already, you know, one of the... I think this Aghanims, honestly, is one of the best in the game. The fact that he's managed to pick that up for free from Roshan, the hero's potential, it just skyrockets. You know, already Miracle's been able to have a good game. With this Aghanims, suddenly it's very hard to play against. Any sort of cracks in the team fight of Liquid will instantly get punished by this Ember Spirit getting straight on top of you. Oh, absolutely. I think there's no contest here. You get the Ags on the Ember Spirit. I mean, so I'm a little surprised we've seen obviously a lot of Ember, but it very much feels like that a lot of the pros don't really feel the value in necessarily building the Aghanims very early or if at all. But once you have it in your hands, the game becomes so much easier to just dance around.
Coming in.
And just sort of bait out a lot of responses from Liquid's lineup in terms of getting them to pop early disruptions. Suddenly this disruption save, it's not going to be quite as effective because of the way that you are able to easily weave in and out of the fights as an Ember with the Axe. Miracle. So, with the catch on Insania. And Insania is not getting out of this one. The kill picked up as they move the push in towards the base. Already Weehart working in on that top lane. Last time round with the Aegis and Cheese, things did not grow great for Nigma. We'll see if they're able to pull it off better this time round. As the high ground pushes are definitely where the difficulty lies for Nigma. They can push towers very quickly, of course, with the TA and the Deso, but Liquid, they have some great mechanisms to holding the high ground. Their ultimate combination is not easy to tackle when you're moving in from a low ground position. Oh yes, basically a global X. It's a long reach with that. I mean, it's very hard to play into. If he, you know, because even when you don't have vision, it's likely he's going to be able to reach you from fog. with that sort of cast range buff.
Boom! There it goes.
Yeah, no, it messes up the hero entirely. Yep, you. Yeah, I think it's mainly going to be Mickey that he's looking for sure. We are. Just wants to get on top of him, take him out. Mickey is closing in. Well, I say closing in though. He's still quite far away from the BKB.
Players here.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, if they wanted to play it the safest way, it really would be just getting that rapier on Weeha. You get the rapier on Weeha, then you are going to be guaranteed that just popping the BKB, nullifier, whoever you're on top of, they will die. Very little ways, other than the disruption, really, to save someone from that TA's onslaught. Yeah, whoever gets his hands on will die.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. 3 minutes.
Says they, and so do I.
3 minutes, no X on Insania. Oh, that's a deep hook shot. GH, he's straight in there. Threads the needle, gets through to Tiger on the backlines. We are past the BKB. He's trying to take down the bear. The arena's out. They'll look to pull Mickey out of it. Mickey moving towards We Are, but he needs to get out of it. They pop the chain frogs, bounce between him and the bear. Jump forward with the remnants going in. Miracle coming with his own BKB. He's on top of Quake for another remnant. Bursting Quake below, but he gets the true form out. He'll be able to back away with that increased HP. A huge boundless strike. In fact, if they turn, they slam down the Aegis. We Are. He's dead the once. But they're ready to do it a second time. He's able to get the blink off. Winter's Curse gives him the coverage to escape. A disruption keeps Mars protected from Mickey beating into his own teammate. The curse won't warrant them a kill, but it does allow Weeha to safely blink out. Mars does still fall. GH goes back in with another deep hook shot. Gets the kill done. And Mars, Bo3, he's 60 seconds out. Has got a buyback, but with the arena already expended, a lot of that team fight high ground defense from Liquid is not available. Nigma now have a good opening to take some of these structures away from Liquid. They'll focus the bottom racks. Quofer jumps in with the bear, Abyssal Blade onto Weeha. Buyback comes out from Mars. Weeha's in trouble. They're using the Quarter Brace to try and keep him safe in the arena. It's back up. Weeha's trapped in. So's GH. They've killed off 2. Nigma's got to get out of there. He's trying to get out. Kuro. TP's cancelled by a fear. Liquid, they'll clean up another. Mind control. His TP won't be successful either as the spear clips him from Bo3. And what looked to be maybe a chance to push in and get something done after being able to survive through that initial defense from Liquid mid. They didn't actually get anything. They did half damage to the melee racks down bottom, but as it stands, all melee racks are still alive. Nigma still struggling to be able to move on and get anywhere closer to closing this game out. Liquid, they're holding on to perfection.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Abyssal Blade from Quakefor just messes with the entire way that Weeha wants to play as hero. He no longer can just jump in and commit because that Abyssal will be there through the BKB, ruining a fair few seconds of his opportunity to try and delete a hero. If this game continues, it's not getting any easier. Liquid are able to itemize in a way that certainly that TA strong point, it's starting to fall into the distance. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, he hits like a... yeah. The ashes will certainly be there. And the roots. In terms of BKB durations, what are we down to here? 6 seconds on Weeha. And for Miracle, still got 7. They're moving in, Nigma. GH trying to go in onto Mickey. It's a little scary because Liquid do have all ults available. They turn with the Abyssal Blade onto Miracle. The follow Boundless Strike. If they got any other follow, the Hex is there from Insania. The Ignis Furnace is down, pulling Miracle in. Miracle still gets the chance to put the BKB, but he's been cold embraced as well. Microdrop's trying to help him. He gets the chance to side, jumps over the Remnant towards Insania, but another disruption from Tiger holds Miracle in place. The poison's in. Miracle, he's just dead. GH is trying to finish off Tiger in response. Miracle buys back, straight over towards the Remnant, moves over towards Insania with the Spirit Burst, but Insania, he's keeping the distance. Bo3, he turns after the Yules, locks him into the tree with the Spear. Hex from Insania once again. Another cold embrace being used, trying to keep this Emperor alive. He brought back for this. They cannot afford to let him die, but the chain stun from the root, the Abyssal, Miracle's dead for 2 minutes. The die back in place. He's trying to run, but again, another clip from Bo3. He throws him straight forward towards the tree, into the clumsy net. Weehar's trying to fight back into this Mars, but Bo3 and his shield is too damn strong. He's got to get out of it. Another blink, but another Hex. Insania for the third time this team fight, locking down the cause of Nigma. They're not ready to play into this sort of cast range Hex play from the Cole, and it's another fight that's easily in the bag for Liquid. And now Nigma, they're out without 2 of their cores, soon to be without 3 for over a minute. No buyback on Miracle, no buyback on Weehar. Liquid, they can run down mid and get a hell of a lot of damage done.
I bring the breath of winter to the field of war.
They had that timing to play to this game, Nigma, but they may have just slipped up a little too much. The high ground push is starting with that first attempt on the bottom lane, with that initial Aegis just beginning to be a bit of a sign of how the rest of the game was to continue, with Liquid holding, and now at a point where Nigma, their lineup, it's missed that strong point, it missed that mid game where this Ember TA is as deadly as possible. And even in the late game where TA can be strong, Liquid, they just have a beautiful number of answers. There's no way for Weehar to play their games. They're getting locked down even through Magic Immunity. The mid-racks, Liquid, they push on speed, going over to tier 4. So bikes there from Kuroki. Both the Ember and the TA will be back in 10 seconds. So Liquid, they will respect that. But they're now 10k, they're up a set of racks, something that Nigma's been unable to achieve for the entirety of this game, 46 minutes in. And at this point, with their lineups, this is not going to get any easier for Nigma. Who's taking the exit? I think you're right. I think Mickey's going to want to grab that for sure.
That's a
More T. All right, Tiger says. I mean, it's an incredible axe upgrade for him. I mean, as much as it would be nice for Mickey, you know, Mickey's already doing his job with the items he has, right? You know, if anything, you could argue that the difference in power level will increase more if you give that axe to the SD rather than the Monkey King in terms of your entire team outlook. So yeah, these 3 charges are really going to make. We've already seen sort of the kite potential from Liquid in these team fights. What have we got?
Radiant are scanning.
Oh damn! That's 3,000 damage on us. That's a lot of deeps. Tiger's going to just. I mean, he straight up kills someone. Just bam, bam, bam. And these BKBs, I mean, they're pretty much all down to 5 seconds, aren't they? But yeah, 6 seconds, they just get it. There's less of a timing he can fight around. Yeah, I mean, it's not that they haven't been already, but at this point, you know, Insania with his Hex, Tiger with the Ags, you know, it's time for sort of the supports to steal the show. But like, these supports, you've got to get on them. You know, we talked earlier how they had this window, can jump in and kill the support. He has to now. If he doesn't kill these supports will just control the entirety of Nigma's cause.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right. Yeah. He did have that earlier. I don't know where that disappeared to. But, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that bear is doesn't get much more kitted out than this. This bear is quite the nightmare for Nigma.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. And it's a lot. That's a lot. 100 HP region. Not 90. Not 90. 100. It's a big old getting into the 3 digits there. You know, Nigma, with the way those last few fights have gone, Weeha earlier was dreaming of the rapier. He knows that he needs something quicker and he needs something that's going to allow him to get that kill on the hero he jumps on. And obviously the Bloodthorn Nullifier combo will be enough. At least it should be. Still the disruption is there for the counterplay. But whoever he gets on top. That is, yeah, it's very true. That is very true. They don't right though. You know, Mickey doesn't. He's not gone for a build. So yeah, it's just all going to be on Tiger to save people with disruptions if they do get jumped on by this combo. These towers just falling in a matter of seconds to the bear. Nigma is very much one team fight away from losing this game, it feels. If there's any opportunity for Quite for to get into the base, he's just going to be able to end this one. I don't know if it's going to do enough work to save Nigma from the position they seem to be in right now. The tier 3 taken. Again, these curses not really doing much other than prolonging the inevitable. So it will allow them to kill the bear once, so this time having a bit more of an impact in that sense, and that'll be at least enough to make Liquid think twice about how they want to push him for this. You know, Quaker still with a lot of money to spend. And he's, you know, he has his ags done, so, you know, we're messing around with the overclock. As an ags, do you like the clockwork ags, or do you feel it's a bit of a meme?
Rock it on.
Okay. Oh. Oh, well, that's cute. That's smart. I like it. That's some big brain stuff. I don't know if the brain's going to be quite big enough to hold this, but maybe GH is a beautiful hook shot straight in onto Tiger and Bo3. Straight away they'll turn with that Hex onto Ember. Miracle pushed back by the spear. They now turn their focus towards Bo3. He's been silenced and nullified. Still very tanky and still with a BKB charge ready to use if he feels threatened. They're staying in, and Enigma's Fatness will be laid out by Insania. Reach in with the Remnant. Miracle tried to go for Bo3. Miracle pops the BKB, jumps over towards the supports. He's trying for Insania. The Demonic Purge is laid down onto Miracle. That's a triple purge. He's going to take a huge amount of damage for this Miracle. Whoa, and he's gone. The Aghanims, it does it there. Those purges getting them the kill. They'll lose the Coral, but again, Liquid taking the better trade. Those 3 Demonic Purge charges, they will delete heroes, and we saw it just there. Yes, so popping the BKB won't remove it. But you will still be BKB'd. So there's, yeah. No. I mean, the main thing to bear in mind is, you know, if you're able to get the Nullifier on someone like the Monkey King, if he puts BKB, he's still not going to be able to rely on getting the Jingu Mastery stacks built up. He's going to be screwed for the duration of that Nullifier. To be fair, I'm an idiot. I could keep talking about Mickey's if he doesn't have a BKB. Not that he doesn't need one. I mean, the Manta, there you go. The Manta won't remove it. I mean, not that it would remove it before because you couldn't press Manta. Either way, Nullifier is a great item. I don't know if it's great enough of an item to save them here. He still needs that next sort of big thing on top of it. He's got 2,500. I think if anything, he might want to be getting that Divine Rapier back on his shopping list. They need some sort of huge item to swing this game around. It's 54 minutes in. Liquid very much getting closer and closer to end this.
You two, follow me!
Getting close. Yeah, just oh yeah, on Liquid. Just on a Nigma that was still short on a few heroes. Quite a bit short on the, well, even Mind Controllers. And Mind Controllers just had a rough time this game on the Wyvern. Level 21, so not really there in gold, and certainly not there in XP either this match. Yep. Yeah, but at least he's got a call, right? It can keep buffing you up, speeding up a little bit, right?
Never refuse gold given.
Radiant are scanning.
Coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I think in real life, rockets would probably beat a bear, but in this game, I think the bear's one to be feared a little more in terms of its pushing capability.